So I became interested in my project, and an idea started to form when I was at Xavier Clinic. And it's for low-income Hispanic population. I was seeing a lot of Hispanic women coming in with the same signs and symptoms, heart disease, hypertension, obesity, diabetes. All those increase the risk for cardiovascular disease, and then you have strokes. And so it was important for me to focus on that population. I am Hispanic. I have some of the same symptoms that these women had. So it does run in my family, the health issues. And so it was just important for me to kind of focus on something that I would want to continue after I graduate. And so it's an area that's really I'm very interested in. And as a cardiac nurse, it kind of just felt comfortable to me too. There was I'm not sure if you remember the Red Dress campaign. And so it was initiated by the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute. They developed a curriculum for community involvement to help educate women about heart disease and how, the signs and symptoms of a heart attack and when to call 911. And so using that curriculum and seeing the women that I've seen at Xavier, I thought about what place would be a great place to implement this project. And we have the immigration services at the YWCA here in Tulsa. And I reached out to them, and they were very interested in the idea of implementing this education. So Hispanic women are at a higher risk for cardiovascular disease. It has a lot to do with some genetics. Immigrant women often come to the country, and they have the linguistic aspect that make it difficult to communicate with healthcare providers. And so a lot of these women really don't know anything about heart disease. They're unaware of the signs and symptoms to look for. And so I noticed that they often, by the time they come in, they have uncontrolled hypertension or undiagnosed diabetes. And so that led to a host of other diseases that was really detrimental to their health. So I decided to focus on, and the research shows that Hispanic women, suffer a lot more. They actually get heart disease 10 years earlier than Caucasian women. So I felt that there's a gap that needed to be addressed. I think this project matters, especially in this climate right now. There could be a lot of misinformation out there. And this is a disadvantaged population, and they're just like us. They have these health, diseases, and because of the increase of this population in America, we have to do something about that as healthcare providers. And we can't ignore that population. We can't not address that population. So to me, it was important, especially as a woman, especially as a Hispanic woman, where it does run in my family. It's important for me to avoid any type of complications that could arise. And it's not only women that it affects, even though my project is focusing on women, it does affect Hispanic males. In fact, my father just recently died from a stroke, that he had all the signs and symptoms of heart disease. And so that makes it even more closer to my heart, more something that I want to focus on. And I think that, TU has allowed me, the DNP program has allowed me to explore those options, explore what's out in the community. And they help me to feel like I can actually do something impactful. And I'm excited about that. And I could never imagine that I would actually be here, and I am, and I'm very thankful that TU has given me the opportunity.